is the continuation. We have a married guest on, Pastor Daryl Shanks. Networker Gerard Randolph, he's single. And Prophet Cedric Stanton, single. Poet Derek Johnson, single. Meet our kings for June 2nd, 2024 on New Being Queen Talk Show. New Being Queen Talk Show. This is episode 2, The King's Talk. This is the continuation. We have a married guest on, Pastor Daryl Shanks. Networker Gerard Randolph, he's single. And Prophet Cedric Stanton, single. Poet Derek Johnson, single. Meet our kings for June 2nd, 2024 on New Being Queen Talk Show. Ooh, y'all, I'm so excited about it on tonight. This is the continuation of what we had going on the other night. So, y'all, without further ado, I'm going to bring the first king up. Then I'll bring the next king up. Then I'll bring the next king up. So for y'all queens, if y'all were on the show the other night, we love for you all to be interactive. We love for you all to ask questions. So y'all make sure y'all bring these questions. These kings, they're ready. They're ready for y'all to ask them the hard questions on tonight. So without further ado, I'm going to call the first king up. He is married, okay? He is the king that is with the twist. It's a surprise for you all on tonight. So we got all the other single kings on the show, but we're going to bring him up on tonight. So for you all that have questions, you're single or if you're married, y'all make sure that you all share this video, ask questions, comment, and I'm going to share it because we're going to be interactive. And that's how we do it on the Being Queen Talk Show. We want you to talk back to us. We want you to talk about your journey on this show. We want you to pour out. We want you to share the things that you've been through in life. And without further ado, let me go ahead and bring the first king up. This is Pastor King Daryl Shanks. Hey, King, how are you?
Blessed and highly favored.
I know that's right. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? Where you're from, how old you are? We know that you're married. We got your beautiful queen. So give us a little bit of details about yourself.
Okay, so Pastor Daryl Shanks. I'm from Philadelphia, but I moved out to Taylor, PA. Been married about married for 5 years in August to my beautiful wife, Anjanette, co-pastor Shanks. We got 3 amazing kids, but more than that, Tyra, Manira, Amir. We got my spiritual kids. We got Pastor Patrick. We got Talar, Nina, just all the ones that God's been blessing us with. My grandchildren, Amari and Kristen. We have, and God's been blessing our ministry, where we now been ministering to the people in Pakistan. So I'm just excited for this movement of God and just excited to see the new things that he's going to be doing next. But definitely look out for a couple of books that's going to be coming out. So the first one that God's blessed me to come out with is How the Press is from the Heart of God, where God's just been revealing his heart to me. And now he's ready for me to share it with his people.
Oh my, that's beautiful. Thank you for the end. Y'all are in Pakistan. Wonderful. Our next guest that's coming up, the next king that is coming up is Prophet Cedric Stanton. Hey, Prophet, how are you? He is our returning guest. So tell us more about yourself again, where you're from, how old you are, and what you're doing right now. Yeah, unmute your mic. I'm sorry.
All right. More grace salutations to everyone that is here tonight. Again, I'm blessed to be here. I'm doing great. Just expecting God to do something through us men as we continue to talk what a woman wants. What a man wants in a man. But a little bit brief about me. 43 years old. I reside in Atlanta, Georgia. I teach pre-K. I teach pre-K, and so I also do graphic design, flyers, logos, and I also paint portraits and draw. So, and I am a minister, prophet. Amen.
Ooh, y'all heard that? So we draw, we do flyers and all kind of logos and things like that. Hit them up, y'all. So I'm going to bring our next king up. King Gerard. Hey, King, how are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing tonight?
Wonderful, wonderful. So excited to have you here. So tell us where you're from and what you're currently doing right now.
Well, I'm from Tampa, Florida. Right now, I'm currently residing in Albany, Georgia. 3 hours and a half from Atlanta, Georgia, just to give y'all variance at where that's at, small town. But right now, I am a certified dental assistant. Been doing that 15 years. But I am a promoter, an advertiser, a networker. I also own the visionary of We Need to Talk Station. And We Need to Talk Station is a voice for the people. It allows people to get their voices out there, entrepreneurs, business owners. That means I interview them. And when I interview them, I'm able to market them being part of the network directory on a monthly basis. And I'm able to promote them in social media with Instagram and Facebook. At the same time, I'm also a health and wellness coach with Total Life Changes. Love Total Life Changes, been with them almost 3 years now. I always recommend them, especially coming to detoxing and nutrivitamins. Definitely get your vitamins on a daily basis. No matter how you get your vitamins in. So that's me.
All right, now that is it. Get your vitamins in, get them nutrients in your body. Okay, Queens. Now, Queens, don't y'all be shy on tonight. We got Queen Lydia in the house. Hey, Queen, thank you for coming back. She the one that came and she was like, hey, listen up. Hey, do y'all want other than, hey, that's what I'm talking about. Queen Lydia, ask the question, honey. Yes, oh my goodness, I'm glad to have her back on the show on tonight. So, Kings, we had a question from last night, and I do want to ask you all the question. So, Pastor, we know that you are married. So you could just chime in however you want, because we already know you got your queen. So we already know you got what you got and like what you like, okay? But I will still ask you some of the questions as a married man, and you can just answer from a married perspective, if you will. So one of the questions is, what is your preference? Like, what is it that you want in a queen? Pastor.
Well, I'll tap it first. So definitely she has to have a strong love for God. That's first and foremost. Because one thing that any man of God wants is that we will love a partner and not a project. So we want somebody who's going to be able to hold our mantle. See, God's given us a help meet, not help mate. So we gotta be sure that I'm looking for someone who will hold the mantle and be able to stand strong as a strong representation of everything that God stands for. Even if they're not there, but they have a desire to get there. So you don't have to be perfect, but you have to have the desire to become perfect. So that's something that I have. As long as you have the desire to get there, good enough for me.
I know that's right. I'm gonna have to come back to y'all. Y'all heard what he said, Queens. He said not a helpmate, but a helpmeet. So I got to come back to him with that. So I'm gonna hear what the other kings have to say, and then y'all remind me to come back and talk to him and ask him about the help meet, because we've always said helpmate. But he said help meet, okay? So we want a partner, not a project. Yes, ma'am. Yes, indeed. So, Prophet, talk to us and tell us what do you like in a queen?
Okay. First and foremost, a relationship with the Lord. That's very important. Don't want to be unequally yoked.
Okay.
And basically somebody. Where I can only speak for myself, it probably different, for anyone else. But somebody that's a companion one, somebody that's willing to compromise too, willing to compromise, willing to say things, just pretty much lay things out of the table. Somebody that don't mind compromise. One of the things that I mentioned about when we talked a little bit about that, is not to compare to impress the person. I need to see the real you. I need to see the real you. I need to see what is the Lord telling you or teaching you how to love your spouse or how to love your man, So, and a praying woman, I truly believe this, a praying woman hears from God. And so I definitely seek God for that.
Amen. So, King Gerard, help us out. Tell us, what do you look for in a woman? What are the qualities you're looking for?
A friend. A lot of times we miss or we don't really look for that. I'm gonna keep it real. Sometimes we could be real men. Some men don't. We look with our carnal eyes, right? So when we looking at that, we don't look for a friendship. Sometimes that friendship is one of the most important things. Why? Because I'm not trying to be funny. You don't get tired of your friend. Your homeboy, your homegirl, you would want to be around very often, as much as possible, just because you think they're a cool individual. The next thing, yes, also, the basic stuff, loyalty, honesty, respect, things like that. But when it comes to like personality mixture or being equally yoked, yes, I want someone to want to still grow, want to still do new things, and want to do more things. So I'm gonna say she definitely got to be open-minded, to want to venture out. So not trying to be funny. Yes, I praise and worship too, but I'm also a promoter. At the same time, I'm also a daddy. I'm also a minister without walls. So when I say that, I do multiple things. Sometimes some spouses don't understand that you have wear multiple hats, and it does take time. And the only time is the time that God is telling you to do. They can get frustrated and impatient, but your best friend is going to actually either support you, understand what you got going, or be patient with you, all in the same aspect. So my number one thing is we got to be equally yoked best friends. Like I definitely got to want to be around you often. You got to be around me often too.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so Pastor, I showed you your queen said, "Hey, babe." So I know you seen that. I see your lips go. I see you speak back to us. So I just want to make sure you seen that because I can tell you reading the comments too. So Queen Samwana said, "This question's for Pastor. We need him to teach us on tonight. Let's talk about it. God give a helpmate, not a helpmeet." So she wants us to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
So can you break that down to us?
Well, I actually said helpmeet, not a helmeet. So yeah, because so God wants to get someone who's going to help us, not bring us hell. So we go and so sometimes it comes with some of them. They want to get into a relationship before they heal. So you get somebody who's still hurt can't help you heal. So and that comes with a problem. So now when you're still trying to find love, but you haven't healed yet. So you're now, even though you desire to help, it doesn't come out right because there's still things in you that you haven't fixed yet. So we can't rush God's process. See, he didn't take Eve to Adam until she was a completed project, until he was done with Eve. And after he was finished with Eve, then he brought Eve to Adam. And then he identified her. So God is not going to bring a wife, an unfinished product, to the husband. He's going to complete her first. But female have to yield to the process. We can't sit there and fight and try to rush God. Because there's things that we need to, but sometimes they deal with the spirit of loneliness. He said, I need a man. But you need God first. Woo! So you have to need God first. Because that's the first relationship that you need to establish. Because once you get that establishment with God, see, the man will have to get through God to get to you. You're not going to be, no man's going to be able to come to you once you're in God. You're going to have discernment, because the enemy going to send a decoy.
Come on.
He's going to send the guy that wasn't meant for you, but the man that looks good, who sounds like he's speaking right. And he even goes to church. It's a church man. He even go to church too. But see, not all church people in church are with God. Just because you know the Bible, it doesn't mean you're following it. So we have to make sure that we're in God first. So heal first before you decide to be a helpmate.
Okay. All right. I think let me drink me something from that. Okay, Queen, y'all.
That goes both ways, though. He's speaking in general, but it goes both ways, though.
It goes both ways, right? Okay, so you want someone to help you and not bring you hell. This works both ways. Thank you, Queen Ernestine. So men also need to be healed. Okay, Queen Ernestine. You said Adam was complete before Eve came on the scene.
Exactly.
Woo, come on, Queen Ernestine. Come on, Pastor. A lot of men want a wife, but not prepared to provide. But okay, she said, but not prepared to provide, to cover, to pray, or to carry their wife. So some kings are saying they want it, but are they really ready?
I can address that.
Okay.
Because the problem is that some men seek pleasure over purpose.
Oh.
See, when they're in the mindset of seeking pleasure, they're not looking for somebody to help them with their purpose. They're just looking for a good time. So when they're in the mindset of pleasure over purpose, then they're not ready for a marriage. They're just looking for a good time. Because before God even brought Eve to Adam, the first thing that he established was Adam's work. Adam knew his job before he introduced Eve. So he knew his work with God before he brought her to help him with it. So the first thing God's going to do, he's going to make sure that the husband know his job. He's going to make sure he know his purpose. He's going to make sure he know what he's supposed to do. So that when he brings her to help him with it, he already knows who he is. He's not trying to find himself because he already knows himself because God already exposed himself to him.
Oh, Prophet, what you said?
Drop dead. I don't.
Prophet said, Jesus. People trying to breathe on that one. Okay, y'all.
Whoa.
we just had that moment to inhale and exhale, Pastor. When you brought, we were all like, woo. And Prophet said,
whoa.
Prophet Prophet. I got
you. He went in.
I got Queen Dr. Stephanie. She said, drop the mic. She said, mic drops. So yeah, okay. And she said that was deep. Queen Lydia said that's deep. Okay, so Evangelist Semwana said, she said, would you consider a woman that came from the hood, an ex-drug dealer, or someone who been in prison? Would you consider being with someone who got a past? You know what I'm saying? Like that been through some stuff, you know? So would y'all consider being with someone like that, been in a marriage, that's someone that from the hood, that's kind of rough, kind of ride or die kind of chick, that kind of I got your back and I wish the Joker would kind of chick, that if we at the church, I wish he would because I got my purse. Because Pastor, you okay over there? that I got my peace on me. I got the peace of God, peace that surpasses understanding, and my peace in my purse. I wish the Joker would. Kind of chick, I'm just saying. So would y'all consider being married to someone that's been in prison, that sold drugs, kind of rough around the edges, have a past?
I'll answer that, and
okay.
I'll say yes. 2 reasons. One, she has a lot of experience. A lot of experience in different things. Just because what she did doesn't mean the same experience can be due for something else.
Right.
Number 2, I ain't gonna lie, I like chicks that can fight. So
you didn't tell us that. Listen, you did not tell us that. You didn't tell you like a chick that like to fight, but now it's coming out. Now it's coming out.
My brother said it.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My brother said it. He said it. Brother, be yourself. Be yourself.
That's why we are here. That's why we are here, because we need kings, single kings, to tell the truth and be transparent. I mean, because if truth be told, we don't, you know, we just like women, we don't want a king that's afraid, that's not afraid to protect us, so that's why you see a lot of, when they say that women need to be healed, they do say that, be honest, they do, they say we need to be healed when we say we want a man who's kind of thuggish or that will fight. But really what we're saying is, I want someone that I feel like I'm safe with, and if somebody do try to jump back, I got someone who got my back, who gonna protect me, keep me safe. It's almost like a protection kind of thing, so I can see why y'all would say that too, because y'all want a woman that when times get tough, she's right there by your side. Even when things get hard, she's still right there by your side. I don't care if you get broke, you lose your job, you got that thug wife, she said, ain't going nowhere. And neither are you. You get sick, she's right there with you. I'm just saying. I'm just talking. This is me talking. Y'all queens can join in at any time. Y'all can join in at any time. Don't let me steal the conversation. So she said, oh, she fight in the spirit. Dr. Stephanie said she wanted to clarify that evangelist. So she fight both ways, y'all. I'm telling you now. Okay, so in the spirit, evangelist fights in the spirit as well. She would definitely go in the spirit, but like any queen,
like you think about all the people within the Bible, and none of them was perfect. Like you have Noah, he was an alcoholic. You got Peter, he had potty mouth. You got all these people in the Bible that God used. And that Paul, he was a murderer. He murdered Christians.
Yeah.
So if God can choose people of that caliber, who are we?
Right.
Who are we to say no? Because you don't know how God's going to change somebody. See, you just see that person in that season, but you never know when they going to come into that 12th year, when they heard about Jesus and just reach out, make that contact, and get made whole. So you just never know when this going to happen. See, you can't judge people for where they are. You have to just see where they're going.
Come on, I'm telling you that.
When you see where they're going, you're going to miss out on something great. Because you looking on the exterior, but God, he looks at the heart.
Come on,
we see the heart that's loyal.
We
see the heart that's faithful.
Come on,
we see the heart that's going to rock to the very end. He said, so you look at the exterior like, oh, I don't think I can do that. But that's the one that was going to rock with you. So you let go of the one that was going to rock with you, with the one who looked like. They have the presentation. Okay, she's gonna look good underneath my arm. Okay, but she's not gonna rock with you. When things get hard, she's bouncing. When things get hard, she's gonna find the green pattern to the grassy knoll. So we gotta be sure that when we look, that we're looking with our heart and not with our eyes.
I know that's right. So we have Pastor, you coming through. Okay, she said, come on, Pastor Shanks. So Johnny said, okay, you see that? Okay, come through. So she is not playing. Okay, so let me try to go back to the one I just had. Okay, so the Gilmore said, would you consider that the source is responsible for the product, being that initially man did not come from woman, but woman came from man, 1 Corinthians 11:8. Would you consider that the source is responsible for the product? So if we came from man, do you consider that you all are responsible for how we are? Or, I think that's the question. Gilmore, please help me out. Help me out, because I want to make sure according to 1 Corinthians 11:1. So help me out if I'm kind of clarifying, if I'm kind of saying it the way that you wanted to say it. Okay. So would you consider that the source is responsible for the product? So I guess it's us being the product, being that initially man did not come from woman, but woman came from man. 1 Corinthians 11:8. So y'all could. Okay. So Pastor, what are you saying?
Yeah. I got this. Okay, so
go ahead, Pastor.
Most definitely, because we're and understand that there's only one product that's for you. There's only one bone that's going to fit in your rib.
Yeah, that's right.
And that one that fits into your rib, see, that's the one that you're going to be responsible for. See, because sometimes they try to get the bone to fit in the rib and try to make it groove and fit in there, but there's only one of that's going to fit like a glove.
Yeah.
There's only one bone that's going to fit your rib perfectly. And when you're presented with that bone that gets into your rib, you're now made whole in the presence of God, and now you're in a place where now you're responsible. Because see, she got in your rib. So now you're covering her. Because
Woo!
now she's in place, part of the body of Christ, as on one accord. So now that her bone is in your rib, now you're covering her. Mm-hmm. Now she feel protected. Now she feel covered. And now you're in a place where you have to rise, where you have to stand. See, now you have to present an image that she can submit to. See, because sometimes that we want the woman to submit, but we have to give an image that she can surrender to, an image that she can submit to. So if we're not going to present that, then it's going to be hard for her to stand down if she feels she has to carry you. So we have to do our part. See, we have to understand our position. See, our position isn't at the top looking down. It's at the bottom looking up. See, some men is out of position. They think they have to be on top. But if you're on top, that means they're carrying you. That means they're lifting you up. Mm-hmm. So, but we have to make sure that we're at the bottom. We're at the foundation. We're at the building process with us and God. That's who all belongs there. And when you're at the bottom, now you're in a position to lift everybody on you. Now you're okay.
Okay. We're going to have a whole class and whole teaching on that, Pastor. We need a whole class on that. Oh my goodness.
He's dropping up. Yeah, he's dropping.
We're going to have to go back to this part and get our phones and on that piece right there and just record it and replay that so we can go back and listen to that again, because that's the whole
commercial right there.
That's the beginning of the teaching. Okay, so I have another question from Queen Ernestine. She said, King, when a woman feels like she doesn't have enough fight in her because of weariness and lack of strength from life or heartache, is she worth fighting for? Or is that a battle you rather not sign up for? Ooh, that sounds like pain. Queen Ernestine said. So, Prophet, I'm going to go to you, Prophet, then I'm going to go to King Gerard, and I'm going to come back to Pastor. So, Prophet, when a woman feels like she doesn't have enough fight in her because of weariness and lack of strength from life or heartache, is she worth fighting for? Or is that a battle you rather not sign up for?
Well, you do have to see, you do have to have a perspective, looking at from two different status. Let me just say that. What if you are in a relationship with her, or what if you marry? Now, if you marry, yes, you sign up for the battle. But if you are in somewhere in a stage that you're getting to know each other, that's definitely you have to be able to seek God for. And not only that you will be able to seek God for, but that person has to understand who the battles belongs to at the same time. So once I know who the battle belongs to, then I'm able to fight myself, do the weariness. Now, the scripture says that the strong shall bear the infirmities of the weak. So if you are joined together, or God put you all together, then I believe that man will learn enough concerning not only covering her, but he could be able to develop the strategy to fight along with her. Okay, so it's something that right there, it's something right there that doesn't need to be confronted. He ought to know in the spirit because he's connected with her. So the times that she's weary, he has to be able to pour into her, and not only pour into her concerning her fighting the battle, but understanding how it would affect her. Because some things and some situations that we are going through, to a certain extent, it will affect us in some kind of way. So he needs to seek God, not only concerning the battle that she's dealing with, but he also needs to seek God concerning how it is affecting her, so that he can continue to cover her. All right. And in the same way that she's going to do the same, because why? You are connected to the spirit. So I feel that very strongly because I learned that a lot. I learned that a lot that that I seek the root of the battle. I seek the root of the battle. So I have to seek God first. That's why he said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. And all these things will be added what unto you. So I need God to add on to me. I need God to add on to me of what I'm believing him for when I pray. Because when I pray for her, I'm coming to him, believing him that he will give that to her so that she may obtain the victory of it, you know. And to be honest, sometimes we fight battles that doesn't belong to us. And when we fight battles that doesn't belong to us, we deal with unnecessary warfare. And so warfare can come in different variety ways. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna rest my mic. But I shared this with somebody about the understanding about warfare. Warfare can come at a time that God is elevating you or God is taking you somewhere. At the same time, warfare can come with a lack of understanding. And so you're dealing with something that you really not prepare and know of. But because you made that move, you're coming out in your own strength, which what causes you to be weary in well doing, because you're weary in well doing into something that doesn't belong to you or that God didn't bring you into to fight or to seek God about. So the husband has to be able to see that, but at the same time, as he in a marriage with her, or if that's his wife, then he is connected to the spirit with her, that he may cover the things that may affect her in a way that would cause her to handle that or mishandle that in a way that she would miss God or miss the blessings of God. And so that's very important that he cover her and that he continues to cover her so that she won't mishandle that where God has placed her at.
King Gerard,
Listen,
King Gerard, do you have anything you want to share with?
listen, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I am going to piggyback on both of them, especially the last one. Is it worth it? That is, the worth is the biggest part of the whole entire question. I'm gonna sit here and say, as in my walk right now in my life, I will consult. But I'm gonna say my carnal lifestyle. No, I'm not consulting if it's worth it. I'm going to sit there and say, if she is willing to open up, I am willing to try with her. That's where I am, as in like the friendship part. Not pushing, not trying to, like a better words, get with the quote unquote, but understanding where she's coming from so you can have a solution. Maybe the solution is she just need a hug more often than any. Maybe the solution is she may need to be told she's pretty. In her past relationship, she was never told that. Not trying to be funny, even daddy issues can be a thing. Is it worth it that you step in and you play a daddy role per se? That will be up to that individual guy. You know what I mean? And yes, I would sit here and say it's a lot of factors that play into it, and that is engaging into it. In most cases, we may not even know any of these things is going on until after we get deeper into that dating situation. We're talking more, we're having more conversations. Maybe she ends up breaking down because of life is happening, and then you finding out these things. I would sit here and say at that time period, based upon your relationship, yeah, you would see if it's worth to continue to woo the situation, can make the situation better. Either you want a relationship with this person, or continue to say, hey, listen, I can help you, guide you through this. But I'm going to always say, for an individual, me right now, I would say I will have to consult. Despite what's going on, you crying on my shoulders, you at the heel of my feet, you begging, blah blah blah. I'm in the listening stage, and it hurts people feeling because I'm there, and I'm saying I'm there. If he said yes, continue on, son. Continue to love on her, continue to inspire her. I will. If he say, hey, listen, I need to work on her, I need you to back off, I will. So those situations does make a big deal. Friendship, relationship, regardless of husband and wife, because sometimes in relationships, so I'm gonna let this be known, I've never been married before, okay, but I know relationships, and I would sit here and say husband and wife, they can be in love with each other so much that neither one may be not listening to God when God's saying, hey, this still my daughter, this still my son, I'm still working on it, I need you to stop. And whatever that stop may be, it can be, hey, you're crippling them, they haven't been to work in 5 years, but you're babying them the whole entire time. He or she hasn't been to work, but you want to continue to fund what they're doing, whatever that may be. But he told you, he came to you and told you to stop, and you choose not to because that's your husband, that's your wife. You don't want them to feel bad, you don't want them to struggle. But in that relationship, you're hindering it, you're crippling it because you not allow God to work on it as he comes to you. So I do understand marriages are blessed. God will come to that marriage. God will let them individual or together know, hey, this is how you handle my son or daughter. He will do these things. So by me understanding this, it becomes a point of sometimes we got to get out of self. Self blocks a lot of things that we don't realize is right in front of us. And that's based upon my experience and my own walk. I'll just use that. Not knowing you have a blessing right in front of you, and you're literally just blind to the fact it's in front of you. And not letting God work, not letting God say your blessing will be here if you just let me be me, let me do me, let God be God. That's some of us, we step in that way and we're trying to fix the situation when it was not our job to fix it. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to what Cedric said on, you're doing something where you're not supposed to be doing. It's not your battle. It's not your fight. Especially when he told you it's not your fight. So when you are making these situations, you are making this, is this worth it? I'm going to say, did you consult? And did you give him time to talk to you? Because you still don't know, as you consulting, he's in the middle of working on somebody. You don't know this. So you're going to have to wait. If that wait take 2 weeks, that wait take 2 months, it may take 2 years. OMG. But you have to wait and be patient in that time frame. Is this worth it to woo her? Is it worth it to woo him? Like I said, I'm going to use both sides because it does work both ways. So is it worth that if I do this, God say yes. If you do this, I shall bless it. I'm going to tell you, if he say do that, whatever comes along this journey, brothers, take the journey. He said he's going to bless it. So regardless of what comes through it, go through it. But if he says, daughter, son, I need you to back off this one. I need you to sit down on this one. I need you not to do. I need you not to move forward. I'm going to be in that listening season and say, well, sis, you gorgeous, you fine. I like talking to you, but he told me to sit down somewhere. That's what I'm going to have to do.
Right. And that's good.
That's what I'm going to have to do.
That's good.
Let me just say this right quick, Queen. That's why I mentioned that, that's one of my preface of meeting a woman, is she could be able to compromise with that, just like my brother was just saying. You have to come to the knowing if this worth signing up, if this what God tell you. So if she doesn't know it at that time that she's fighting and weary or so like that, and she's not able to agree with that, then that's okay. You got to compromise about it. You got to compromise about it and say, let's just pray. There are ways that you can do it. Let's just pray. Let's just fast. We need to fast because this is really serious. If God wanting us to be together, we got to be able to balance this out. We got to balance this out,
Amen.
One person that's blind can lead the other person because both of y'all gonna fall into the ditch. So, you got to be willing to compromise, about this. so that you all can continue to move forward in the Lord and in the season that, like my brother said, that he is raising you up and wanting and needing both of you all to grow and not mishandling it. Because I tell you, mishandling it, you're gonna fall. So
Okay, I want to get to Pastor on that and see what his take is, and then we're gonna take a split second commercial break, and then we're gonna come back to the next question because this is good. Pastor, what would you like to add to what these men of God have already said? What has God given you?
I'm definitely gonna put a marital twist on this one.
Do it, bring it.
Understand that sometimes God will use her battle and make it bigger than you, so that it will bring you closer to God. And that was a testimony of my marriage. See, God made my wife's battle bigger than me, so that I would seek Him for answers, because I exhausted on myself. I did everything I can do within my strength, within my power. So I had nothing left. I was empty. I was like Peter after he was out all night and came back with a net that had no
fish.
No fish. So now Jesus, like, he came and showed up and like, okay, let's go back. I was out there all night. I already did everything, but now you're going with me. Woo! And he said, but now you're coming with me. Now I'm about to show you that there's a lot of fish out there. I'm about to show you what happens when you submit everything unto me. I'm going to allow you to see what happens when I love her through you. Your love is not enough. But if you come to me, I'll love your wife through you. And that's going to bring healing. See, your love isn't enough, but my love heals. My love restores. My love renews. And see, so sometimes God's going to cause her battle to be bigger than you, so you have no choice but to seek Him. And so it was that battle that brought me closer to God. It was divine intervention that God did that purposely, because He needed me to be closer to Him. He needed me to be a reflection of His love. He needed me to be a reflection of His glory. And He used my wife to get me there. So he used my wife's battle to increase me.
Amen.
So don't fight the battle, because that battle is the purpose of Him.
Amen. Hey, hallelujah.
I'm in worship right now. My God.
Listen, total worship. Speaking bars. Hey, look, speaking bars. Listen, for real. Oh my Jesus, just understand. A lot of times we can't do it ourselves. It's just really, really understand this. We can't do it ourselves. And a lot of times of elevating, you know how big of an elevation that is? He made his wife's problem so big, it made him come to Him to get elevated up again just to deal with his wife. I don't understand. Y'all may not understand that. Y'all may not understand the levels. So when I say, yo, we got powerhouses anywhere, y'all hear me speaking all globally. Listen, y'all, I'm saying I got powerhouses. I mean, these are elevations or levels that y'all don't understand how big the elevation is, or what the warfare somebody had to go through to get where they're going, as you see them in their present day as of right now. Yes. So you just don't know. And once again, I've never been married, so I'm in my mind right now. And listen, y'all, I don't care, maybe I'm different. But in my mind right now, I already know. I'm like, OMG, I can't wait. I want to level up too. I want to get wiser as well. So yes, I'm saying yes. I want to be married. Yes, I do. So, but at the same time, I gotta follow Him in all directions. So yes, I might look at her and be like, "Oh Jesus, let me close my eyes and walk another way." So, but I have to, because if we say no, she's not the one, then she's just not the one. But I do know once she becomes the one, I know my elevation and season with Him is going to get better. It's going to get better. It's impossible for it not to get better. Yes. So I'm in a celebration season right now of saying I can't wait. What's next? You know what I'm saying? And that spiritual leveling up. So I just want to say that. And Pastor Derek know me. I know him. I've known him for a minute. Listen, y'all. I've seen his elevation. I've seen it. Y'all gotta follow it. Just throwing that out there. Small plug.
Okay, gotta follow him. I know that they're gonna follow him. I'm telling you after this. Okay, so we're gonna come back to Dr. Stephanie's question. Queen said, how important are traditional roles when choosing a partner? So I'm gonna come back to that. We're gonna go ahead and have a quick commercial break. This is time for y'all kings. If y'all have a bottle of water, y'all go and get y'all a bottle of water. And for y'all queens that have been sitting here, this is y'all time. Go ahead and continue to share this video. Go ahead and share, tag your friends, tell them to come in, ask questions, and to share this on their platform. So I'm gonna do a quick commercial break and we'll be right back to that question.
Fervently Creations is proud to introduce the Renewed Mind in Christ Conference, a 3-day event focusing on marketplace ministry, mental health awareness, mindset shifts, and deliverance. Join us Friday, June 21st through Sunday, June 23rd for an immersive experience. Secure your seats now for this transformative gathering.
Hi, I'm Prophetess Dr. Tish here. Make sure you get your tickets for the Renewed Mind in Christ, June 21st, June 23rd at ferventlyevents.com. Ensure that you use promotional code WEUP50. That's right, WEUP50 to get $50 off your ticket price by May 4th. See you soon.
Oh, that commercial right there.
Coming through.
Oh my goodness. Hey, that whole conference right there. I know it's going to be epic. It's right there in Alabama. So y'all have to go on Dr. Tish share page and y'all to get more information, because that conference is going to be healing, deliverance, breakthrough. And if you can't go to that particular conference, when you go on her page, go to her website, find out how you can donate, sponsor, to be a blessing to that. If you have a business or what have you, see how you can get your stuff out there in her platform, and be a help, and just to help fund it. Okay, so this is the question that our queen has. How important are traditional roles when choosing a partner? Who would like to answer that question? How important are traditional roles when choosing a partner?
I started off. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna sit here and say it's not that important, but it's important. So, and I say not important, but important. I wouldn't mind. My wife made $100 million a year, and I didn't. I would not be mad.
Okay.
I'm still be supportive. I'm not upset because she's the breadwinner of the household, or I'm the type of person I like to work as well. So yeah, so if we bringing money together, regardless how much she's making, how much I'm making, in my mind, is still a big amount of money. When it comes to cooking or raising children, well, by me being single, and I'm a single father of 7, that's something I'm all natural to do. So it's not like I'm asking her to say, hey, I need you to come and take care of children because I don't know how to do no diapers or make a bottle or do hair or show how to sweep or do the lawn or show how to clean the house. I can do a lot of things. What I really need you to do is love on me. And we can help each other do everything else. So imagine if I say I'm already doing 100% of it and somebody come and just do 40% out of that 100. OMG. That's a break for me. So those are types of things, traditional things would not kind of be traditional. I'm a single man and I raise children. That's not a traditional thing. If we go back to the, time of century, normally it's the woman who's doing that. So traditional roles for me, with my experience, is there's no such thing as traditional roles. The normacy is a parent taking care of their children. At the end of the day, regardless if they're in the same household or not. So in my mind, traditional roles, spiritually traditional roles, oh yeah, keep those in place. Have no discontinuation of those coming out of place. Head man at the head of the household, regardless of he's the financial head of the household or he's the number one responsibility. We still have an order of operation to make it work at the end of the day. So spiritual operation of traditional, I'm definitely gonna keep that. But if we had to do like a modern day, what we do 9 to 5, or how we take care of the children in that sense, I'm gonna say no. Traditionally, it's with inflation 10,000 pounds higher than normal. You cannot do it traditionally. You need somebody to help pay the light bill nowadays. OMG, inflation is killing the person. But definitely, I'm say tradition things. Tradition. I can't just say tradition is tradition. I'll just say love on me, and we can make everything work.
Okay. Anyone else want to elaborate on that question, or we go to the next one? Anyone else would like to say something to that?
I'm going to
Okay.
that. So my mindset on that depends on the heart of the woman. Because sometimes if they'll say that she's a police officer, but can she be a wife at home? Or can she have a problem surrendering in regards of the traditional role that she's in? So it depends on the heart of the woman. Don't allow traditional roles to cause you to be in your heart differently. There still have to be surrender on both sides. So make sure that regardless of the role that you're in, you still have a surrender in your heart for each other. The roles shouldn't change that. Roles shouldn't affect that. Right. We should all have that still. My body is yours, your body is mine. It doesn't matter what roles we have, but the key part in marriage for it to be successful is to surrender to each other.
Yeah. I just I piggyback both of them, but I really piggyback on what the pastor was saying. It's all about the surrender to each other. It's all about connecting in the spirit. So I always tell people about when they ask me, what you pick up about this person, those different things. And I just say, well, I need to pray about it because I really don't know the prayer. I need to pray about it. This is not a psycho thing or anything. I need to pray about this brother. I need to pray to God. But I always tell them, because they have a hard time. They have a hard time to know if this their spouse. And so I just tell them, ask God for signs. Ask God for signs. And when you ask God for signs, if it don't work out to your expectation, just say ouch and embrace it. Okay.
Okay.
Say ouch and embrace it. You ask God, you want God to show you a sign this person's for you, or you should go on further with this person. Then you like, he's this, he's that. I don't understand. I try to do this and do that. Well, did you ask God to show you a sign? Well, there you go. You don't have to go on further with that. So you just have to embrace it. And then the thing about it is that you got to guard your heart, okay? You got to guard your heart so that you can receive the truth. So it's not so much a matter of the traditional roles, but like Pastor said, and like both of them, or so like that. My brother I met, be connected in the spirit. And, you would discern if this person for you or not, if you're willing to do that.
I have to piggyback off that for a minute, because one thing I've noticed is that the time from the time of Adam and Eve, it doesn't change. Because the moment that Adam saw Eve, he identified her. He didn't question it. He wasn't sure if you question if it's her, it's not her. And I even think about just all the experiences from my relationship with my wife. I knew her from her voice. I didn't even meet her yet. I already knew I was already calling her my wife before I met her in person. She was already my wife. I knew by her voice. And now think about when my dad, when my mom went to where my dad was. My dad identified her as his wife. I think when my grandma went to the bar where my grandfather was playing, my grandfather stopped and identified her as his wife. I think about Steve Harvey. He was doing stand-up. He saw his wife in the oil. He stopped. Right in the middle of his performance. And that's how I know you're going to be my wife.
Y'all please hear this?
There's no question. There will not be a question whether or not she's the one. You're going to know. Because something your spirit going to say, I'm not leaving without her. Something your spirit's going to say that to you. So if you have to question if she's the one,
then she's not the one. And if she have the question, he's the one, he's not the one. I love that. My goodness. Okay, so we have another question.
I'm calling the pastor. If I become interested in somebody, I'm calling the pastor. My brother, right?
Hey, look, I need you to help me out, bro.
Pastor, help me out. You don't sound like I didn't hear her voice. Oh my goodness, that is marriage counseling 101. Okay, does anyone on this panel from the Gilmores, does anyone on this panel believe in or ever actively practice dating after marriage? The world's problems right now is the dating and soul ties compromising emotional stability. Does anyone on this panel believe in actively practice dating after marriage? So are you saying like dating while you're still married? Is it,
are you talking about like after divorce?
I think he said after divorce, because he said practice dating after marriage, so that means no longer married.
After divorce.
Okay.
But they're single.
Okay. So the world problem right now is dating and soul ties compromising emotional stability. So that's probably saying that, after you divorce and get married, because there is still life after divorce. I don't care how many divorce, how many times you divorce, there is still life after divorce. Okay. So there's still life. And so right now the world problem is dating and soul ties. So, they're talking about and sometimes when you get a divorce, you're thinking that you're over, you're thinking you're healed, you think you're ready to get into this new relationship. Then you find out there's still some residue of the past, of your last relationship, that is still there. And then you realize, I need some help, And so you see the soul ties compromising emotional stability. So can someone kind of break that down and kind of figure out what they're saying in this? The world problem right now is dating and soul ties compromising emotional stability.
I'll dig into this one. All right. So one thing that when Carl's into after marriage, you gotta be mindful of that word of practicing dating. So you have to make sure that there's limits, because you know that there's only but so far that you should be willing to go in this. And it's funny because I think about like after my divorce, and I was completely new because I was married for 15 years. I didn't know how the game was anymore. So all of a sudden, I met this girl, and she said, and I went to her house, and I said, okay, I'm going to sleep in this room. She said, no, you sleep in my room. He said, we're together now. I said, we are? We didn't even date. I mean, so that's how it is now? And so I'm your boyfriend? I'm like, oh. I've been out the game 15 years, so I don't know if this is how it is now. All of a sudden, I was her boyfriend immediately. I was like, oh, okay. I thought it was like a dating process that happened. I know.
She said, you with me now? No, you don't got no. Shut up.
I had someone else. I had another girlfriend. I invited her over to my house. She never left. I'll be living here now. I'm like, wait a minute, don't you live somewhere? She never left my house. She said, we're going to stay. I live with you now. I said, you live with me now, but weren't you living somewhere before you came over to my house? How you living now? So I had no idea. I said, what is that how it is? I'm so messed up now on this dating game. Then we'll leave. I'm like, okay. I said, all right. Well, all right. But so that's why I had to get back with God. So clearly, this is not working. I was just making. No, I didn't trust my decisions anymore. So God, I'm trusting you now, because this I'm not work. It's not working here. But definitely, so it's just to make sure when you go into practicing dating, make sure that you're going into the right mindset. You're looking for one. That's the whole mental mindset. You're not looking for a good time. You should be going to mindset and say, okay, can she be my wife? Because if you're not looking at that mental mindset, then you're just not right. You're still playing the game, and you just need to stop. Yeah. You seek God. See God, because you're not ready. If you're dating for any other reason other than looking for a wife, then stop. And then get with God and get back to it later when you're healed and you're ready for something that's serious. And I yield.
Okay, so I do have another question. So I was just trying to get over the queens. They were laughing. Okay, she said, I don't mean after divorce. I was celibate when I met my husband. He identified me. He was celibate. We married, and then we dated. So that's what she was
Oh,
saying.
okay, got you.
Married.
Got you.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
you
they
mean
were-
after? Got you. I got you.
We got married.
Yes,
Yeah,
they're dating.
That's,
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, because that keeps you fresh.
That's
Oh, yeah.
You know, like
I
when you still dating, so you just stay in that dating thing. It keeps it fresh. You sit there and just all the stuff that you do while you dating, still keep that up because that means that when you get out of that phrase, now you stop trying. All that flirting, flirt with your wife daily. Do things, make her smile. Like, hey, girl, what you doing? It's like, hey, you look good with that thing in your hand. I just come to like,
yes.
That makes her smile. He's like, hey, you in my head all day, girl. Come here. You must be tired. Come here, get your feet over here. You've been running through my head all day. And just saying all kinds of things, just flirt with her. Make her feel good about herself. And trust me, she'll just grow. She'll blossom, and then she'll start even feeling even more confident within herself. But it's our job. See, it's our job that she builds that she has that confidence. We give her that confidence by the way that we treat her. We give her security by the way we treat her. See, it's not our job to make other women make her jealous of other women. It's our job to make other women jealous of her.
Oh, can I get up? Can I get up and come back?
So our job is to make other women wish to her. When you establish, when you know that you got some.
Where's the fan?
Okay.
Where's the fan? Pastor said that is y'all job. That is y'all job to make the women jealous of her that she's with you. Okay. So that's like treat her so good till they be like, look at her. She thinks she got herself something. Oh my goodness. I love that. Oh my goodness.
My husband would do something like that.
That's
My husband do that. Did you see that Facebook post? Why don't you post like something like about me?
Because you know I mean, we be like, look at them. Did she open the door for me? Then we start standing at the door like, are you gonna open the car door for me? Open the car door for her. You know, oh my goodness. I'm just
exactly.
I'm just being
part of that is because I need my daughters to also see the type of man that I want her to have.
Right.
So as I also set an example for my daughters. But now they see the way that I treat their mother, they now have their standards are now higher. Now they have certain expectations of what they should expect from their man by seeing how I conduct myself with their mother.
You better say that, Pastor.
So set that standard because your kids are watching as well. Like, oh, that's how a man's supposed to treat me. And sometimes you see this relationship where it's abusive, so they think, oh, it's okay for a man to hit me. My dad, I watch my parents do it all the time, and they receive that because they think that's how it's supposed to be. But if you set a high standard of love, and they sit there like, wow, I want a dad. That's what my daughter say, man, I want a dad. I want somebody like my dad.
Right.
After she saw that, they want someone like their father.
Right. That's
because
good.
of the image that you present.
That's right. And if they get anything,
this is how we have to be. Let them see another person like you by setting a high standard.
I know that's right. If they get anything less than,
yes,
they'll they be like, no, I need someone like my dad, and you're not it. So, you know, and that's important. We're gonna have a discussion about that because there's a lot of females right now that had a poor example of what a dad looks like, and then they got with the same type of men that they see stepdad, their dad, and you know other men in their family, and they were not good examples, and they settled for those men because that's what they seen, that's what they were used to. See, if you're used to someone treating you like a queen, used to treating you like you're delicate and things like that, then that's what you continue to look for. But if you're used to seeing someone abusive and beating on you and things like that, you kind of find yourself in a sense getting into those type of relationships if you don't get the healing that you need, because that's traumatic, that's trauma, and you end up marrying trauma, you will, because you're not healed, and you attract what's in you because you're not healed. That's how hurt people, and that's how we continue, you know, attracting those people because it's in us. But if someone who's decent, that knows how to treat you, you will attract those kind of people because it's in you. So you attract who you are and how you are. But anyway, we're gonna move forward. So Mariah, Usher said, does any of the panelists believe that potential marriage candidates should go through deliverance before they say I do? Do you believe that potential marriage candidates should go through deliverance before they say I do? Do y'all believe that before you say I do you believe that, marriage counseling, that you should go through deliverance to find out, whatever there is that may be in you, whether it's your past hurt or you're still feeling care for your past ex, or, baby mama drama kind of stuff, or whatever, do you think that deliverance is necessary? Before you say I do, when you're moving forward in another relationship, in another marriage?
Because sometimes it's that very battle of deliverance that will bring you closer to God, as I was speaking before. And there's certain things that from past relationships that my wife needed to be delivered from, but it was through the love that I continued to pour into her that allowed her to heal from those things, because there was a trust issue. She's been through so many things. She's just waiting for me to show that I was like them. She's waiting for, he's like, there's no way that somebody can be this good all the time. I'm just waiting for the hammer to come down. But I had to be consistent. And as I continued to pour consistency of love, she was delivered from those feelings. She was delivered from those feelings of distrust. And then she was able to blossom and bloom, because now the love that poured into her allowed her to grow. To be in the woman of God that she is today. So sometimes it's just an administration of love from you that will bring the deliverance. So sometimes it's going to be you. God said, I'm going to use you to bring the deliverance. I'm going to use you to bring her to where I am. So I just need you to come to me for the directions of how to get her where I need her to be.
Correct. I just want to say, I agree. And even the Bible says love covers a multitude of sin. So, I just truly believe that, yes, you go through deliverance to be set free from different things that's hindering the blessings of God upon your life, from curse, from any participants, that had manifest, and curses and different things that keep you from experiencing the blessings of God. Yes, that's a necessity. But it's after you've been delivered, you got to constantly walk in it, okay? And so like Pastor said, I have to pour into her, or the same way she poured into me, to continue to walk in that deliverance, pouring love, because the enemy would constantly fight, and he would constantly take some from the past or any residue, and bring it up, have you to doubt and those different things. Yes, it's going to start into become oppressed about it and those different things, and be frustrated about it. And what happened? We was distracted. And basically that's what he used to distract you. Distract the person in front of you. Distract the person in front of you. But I'm telling you, when you are firm in the Lord and your love is firm in him, guess what? You will love her enough, and she will love you enough to be able to cover you. And we are helping as the helpmate and not a helpmeet. We're helping each other, to get through and to experience the promise of God that he has for both of us.
Amen.
My goodness. Okay, y'all. Next question. What is the key to a successful relationship? What is the key to a successful relationship? Can anyone answer that question?
I'll start off. I'm going to say love, kindness, and patience. That is the key.
You're laughing. So what did you say? What did you say that made you laugh? You started laughing. That was a hard laugh. What was so funny about that?
It's love, patience, and kindness. All three. That's what really makes a successful relationship. If you literally start with those three, it would drop into an umbrella, a multitude of other things. You're being covered, you're being respectful, you're being thoughtful, you're being genuine. Those three words definitely covers the multitude of things. So that's why I say that's what makes a successful relationship. And that's both of them giving and taking all three of those, because you may not always feel like you're being loved, even when somebody's being patient with you. So you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to have all three and work through all three for that relationship to work. That's my take on that one. I'm short on that one.
All right, so I want to take a different twist on that. I'll say surrender and self-control. So when you surrender on both sides, you're not fighting with each other. And then we have self-control. That means that you're not in your emotions. That means that you have great communication with each other. Nobody's going to be in emotions or over talking anyone, because we have now control over our emotions. And a lot of times that's the issue. Our emotions will cause a lack of communication. Yes. That's the only way where somebody is always that one person that always need to hear their opinion. Their opinion has to be heard, but then they don't hear the other side. So then all they did is just split. You know, other thing you have to realize that communication is 80% listening. It's 80% listening. So if you're not using that 80%, you're not a good communicator. If you're not listening, you're not using 80% of your communication skills. So if you're not listening, you're not a good communicator, and you need to work on that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing so hard, y'all. And I'm laughing so hard because in most cases, when I talk to women about things like this, they would say, no, 80% is talking. No, 80% of it is actually listening. And it's the listening part, that's the only way you're going to solve a problem, if you listen to it.
Amen.
You can't do anything if you're running your mouth. You can't solve a problem because you're telling the story. You're setting up the whole thing. So whoever's listening is literally trying to figure out how to solve the problem. So if you're talking, I'm listening, I'm communicating. But it's just a lot of people don't understand that. That is facts. That is not something he made up. That is nothing he did spiritually. That is a legit fact of communication. 80% of it is listening. So I just want to throw that out there. Most people don't know that. What? Okay. Queen, what's up? She's like, really? But 80% people know that. They don't know. That's communication is listening. Very fast.
Okay. So I'm going to go to the next question. Okay. So let me go. Okay. Let me try to find. I had it right here. Okay. This queen asked the question. Tyra said, Tyra, hey, how can you date someone without making your parents feel scared? I know that's right, baby. Because sometimes you just, we are. Y'all know other ladies. Y'all know how y'all men are. Y'all want to know. And baby, one of the things I had to learn that my parents, I thought my parents were just trying to be nosy, and they were like, "Who are you dating? Bring them here so I can see them." And then when I bring them, they were like, "Who your mama them? Who your daddy them? Who your cousin? Who they is?" And I never knew why they asked that question. Now I understand, because they're not looking at where you are in a relationship with them right now. They're looking at the future. You know, are they family rowdy? Do they sell dope? Do they cuss a lot? Are they disrespectful to their parents? Do they stay in and out of jail or prison? Are they abusive? You know, what kind of relationship do they have? You know, it's kind of like those things. And if you get a baby by them, you know, what kind of children are you going to have? You know what I'm saying? So it's so much stuff that goes in it. And so the parents are not just looking at your right now, they're looking at the future, because this could be your future. You know, y'all go out and do stuff you got no business doing, and you get pregnant, and they got to deal with that because you still there. I mean, it just, and from a mother's perspective, okay? So from a I don't know about these guys, so I'm going to let these kings answer the question. When y'all have like baby girls, they're like,
that was actually directed at me. that was directed at me.
Can you answer that girl's question? She might not want you to answer. She might want the other king's answer.
Is honesty. See, if you're honest about the entire thing, this will help us to feel more comfort with you. But when you're hiding things and not completely honest about your relationship with him, then that raises the radar. That causes us to have concern. Just be honest about the entire relationship, and just the all thing that Well, for my own perspective, I need to know that you're going to learn from him. I need to know that he can teach you about God just as much as I can. I want to know that you're able to sit at his feet and get a strong word. So this is something for me personally. So I need to know that the husband that I'm passing off to my daughter is going to be able to teach at the same level or greater than I
understand.
Yes.
And that will give me comfort.
Yes.
Honesty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm a parent. I'm still at worry.
What have
I'm
you done that
still
you're going to
worried.
worry about? I'm just saying.
I'm still worried. We all parents, and I can only imagine my mom, because once you have children, then you understand what your parents actually go through. Once you have children, you actually understand what your parents go through. So I understand the world is not an easy place, and they got to survive on their own. And I do understand God got them, right? God got them, but we still parents. We be worried. I ain't gonna lie. You still our baby. We still hold you in our arms. We still love on you. We still kiss you, no matter how old you is. Get it? No matter how old. So I definitely say as a parent, we worry. We want our kids to grow up big, strong, be successful, citizens in this world. So, and everybody they date, we know about dating. So we know everybody ain't good. So we want to be, safe for our children, regardless of. I love him. You met him a week ago. What you talking about? What are you talking about? But hey, you never know, right? You never know. God works in mysterious ways. You never know. So I'm gonna say I'm a parent, so I'm gonna be worried. I'm gonna let it ride, but I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna be worried. I'm gonna be flipping in my head the whole time while she do her thing or he do his thing. I got boys and girls, so I think honesty is the best way to make it work, though.
Okay, so there's Queen Ernestine. We'll go back to the question. Doctor, let me go back to her question. I got to find. I was trying to get out of the way. So, Doctor was asking how important it is to know about the sexual partners, like those you've had intimate relationships with. Okay, here it is. So, Dr. Stephanie said, how relevant is sexual history? How important is it that you're the potential partner? How important it is to you that you know how many sex partners they have had? I think that's what she's asking. How relevant is sexual history?
It's not wrong, no. For me personally, I mean, this is what you did in your past, and I'm not the person to judge you by what you've done in your past, as long as it's not part of your present. So if you had a lot of guys then, and you still got a lot of guys now, okay, now that's a problem. Yeah, but if you was a loose cannon then, but now you say, okay, now I found God and that changed. It doesn't matter what you did in the past, because it's not part of your present. So that's it with that.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Do y'all believe that it's good to get tested before you get into relationships and get married and get tested like for venereal diseases? For AIDS and all that stuff. Do y'all think it's a good thing to do before you get in a relationship? Sexual, getting, okay. All right. I just want that was just my question. Okay. All right. So y'all, this has been real. I've asked y'all pretty much all the questions that came up tonight because we didn't do it last night. So I want to bring you all back in with the twist because last night, we had all the single kings. So this night I want to bring some single kings and bring a twist to it and bring a married king on tonight. Did y'all enjoy these kings on tonight? Y'all give us some hands up, some praise emojis or some fire or whatever. Y'all give us some emojis and let us know if y'all enjoy them on tonight. Y'all, I have thoroughly enjoyed them. And so for these kings on tonight, I was asking them the question, there's anything that you all would like to offer the kings? Is there anything that y'all are doing as far as your business is concerned? Is there anything that you all would like to present to them? Anything you would like to share? Anything you would like to say that, hey, I have this I would like to offer on tonight? Is there anything that y'all have going on, coming up, any upcoming events? Y'all can go ahead and share with us on tonight. King Gerard, I'll start with you to see if there's anything that you would like to share on tonight.
Okay, two big things I'm sharing tonight. Number one thing is the book room. And the book room is an actual show that we do in the We Need Talk station on Clubhouse that we actually be able to read an author's book and actually discuss it in real time. So being able to do so, not only that our goal is to actually get your book purchased and people purchase your book, our also goal to get people to notice you. So that means, yes, you're an author, most likely you're going to network and do your thing. But being a part of We Need to Talk Station, now you'll be part of our network while we able to promote and advertise your book in our network. And you'll be surprised who's part of that network. So, and I'm saying that just to keep you on your toes and pay attention, you know. At the same time, I am looking for those to be covered. I have one more month in this year and to cover 2025. That means 2024 for the book room is sold out. That means the rest of the year we do not have any more spots. So 2025, hey, listen, authors, we need 12 more authors to cover y'all and promote y'all for 2025. But we are looking for entrepreneurs and business owners. That does mean if you're a LLC business owner or you're a multi-level marketing business owner, we are looking for you. We are looking to promote you in several different ways. First, having an interview with me on We Need to Talk stations on Mondays at 7 to 9. It's a 2-hour show that I get to actually interview you and your business, and we get to celebrate that by asking and getting people to promote and buy your product. So that is the goal, is to get your product sold. At the same time, being able to advertise your product is no brainer. We do advertise on internet and social media. So that does mean YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We promote and advertise the network directory, which the network directory is a mall of businesses, just like yours would be. So that means you will be part of the directory where we promote the whole entire mall through social media. And that means from the UK to Australia to the United States. We are a global marketing program online that we're able to do that for you. So yes, join the network directory so we could promote you. And if you're looking to be interviewed, let me know. We Need to Talk Station on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. You can reach me in all of those. We Need to Talk Station. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. And that's my offer. And I appreciate y'all time.
Oh no, that's right. I know that's right. Prophet, we know that you do logos and you draw and things like that. Is there anything you would like to offer in those veins?
Yes. I just recently designed a book cover for an apostle.
Yeah.
That's about to come out with actually this is it is Ready Publishing, and she's about to come out with another book. I just finished the cover about a couple weeks ago. But to those that are looking for someone that need a flyer design, or they maybe need a logo, or you need a book cover, you're coming out with your first book, or how many book you're coming out with, you know, I am able to provide you that service and provide you a design for your book cover, for your logo, or for your flyer. Yeah. So I'm offered that to anybody. You may be getting ready to host a conference, you know, or you may just host one service, or you may trying to promote your business and you need a flyer. And to those that starting a business but don't have a logo, I would be more glad to help you and assist you with that as well. So just reach out to me here on Facebook. I know we on Facebook and on YouTube right now, but just reach out to me on Facebook. My name is Cedric Stanton, and we can message each other and go from there. I didn't mention this, but I'm also a fitness trainer. So right now, I can train virtual. So if anybody trying to lose weight, trying to tone up, you know, or just need to know what foods need to eat, well, I'm gonna leave that for my brother. He can tell you what you need to eat and everything. So since he's doing with the vitamins and stuff like that, but you know, I can also help out too as well. So But yeah, just reach out to me for those service, and I look forward to working with you and see what the Lord have in store. Amen.
Amen. So we got Pastor Shanks, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that he's a writer, and so y'all who want to get into the movie scene and things like that, acting and things like that. I don't know. Let me stop. I am not going to put you, Pastor. I'm gonna let you go there. You talk to us about that. I am not about to do that because I end up saying something I ain't got no business saying. But he's into the movie scene, so I know it can be encouraging to people that are out there that says, "I have a life that can actually be on a movie." Evangelist Juana, Queen, but sometimes your whole life is a beautiful story, and you can encourage someone. But Pastor, I'll give it to you.
All right, so I am the pastor of Gospel Guys Global Ministry. We give guidance from the gospel so that we know that is God. We go live on YouTube every Sunday at 11 a.m. We also go live on Clubhouse at 9 a.m. on Wednesdays and Saturdays. It is also my Pakistan class, so I teach on Pakistan. God released me to teach my Pakistan class on Clubhouse as well, so definitely come in on Clubhouse 9 a.m. Hear the things that God's been putting in my heart to say. The other thing that God's been doing with me recently is that He's been called me to allow other people, other pastors, to use my platform. And we've been just really utilizing that platform for up and coming pastors, up and coming teachers, to give them the opportunity to flex and get their feet wet, build up their confidence. So if you feel that there's a word in your belly, reach out to me. I'll definitely allow you to use my platform so that you can come and get the word out. You use my platform. I normally do that on Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. So definitely, Maria. She was most of my most recent ones. She did an amazing job. She did an amazing job last Thursday on Under Gospel Guide Global Ministries. Shout out to her for stepping out on faith and delivering a powerful message. Also, as Queen Yolanda was saying, that I'm also a writer of movies, plays, books, author. I have so many books right now. I have like 10 books ready to be published. So I'm definitely going to be reaching out to you, sir, as soon, because I'm going to be needing covers. And so the guy, behind closed doors, God's just been pouring all these books into me, and I think I'm at 10 right now. So it's only a certain point in time when I'm going to be releasing all these to the world. I'm just ready. I'm just ready to just feed the people what God's been pouring into me, and how you'll do.
Oh my goodness. So y'all heard that, queens and kings that are on the show. These men of God are doing some wonderful things. You don't want to miss it. You want to make sure that you all, she said Pastor D, aka Pastor Poems. I know that's right, Queen Marie. You better put him out there because he missed that part, didn't he? He missed that part. But if I'd have known that, what I would have done is asked him to come and do us a quick little poem, because I like to do like impromptus. Pastor, do you happen to have a poem nearby? You have a poem right now? Mm-hmm. Do you have a poem for us?
Maybe you hold on for a second. I can grab it.
Y'all queens, go ahead, Pastor. Go get us. We're gonna get that poem in, because I love for kings to show us, to showcase their gifts and talents and things of that nature. And then also for those of you that if y'all like this show, y'all, hey, do not hesitate to say, Queen, what's your Cash App? I want to be a blessing to you. We'll take a blessing so into this ministry, because for me, this is ministry, okay? And my Cash App is Nubian Queen. Is what you see here is the Nubian Queen. It's the N, the B, and the Q are capitalized, Nubian Queen. If you all would like to do it in Cash App, okay? Also, I have some guests coming up on Nubian Queen Talk Show. Y'all, I have so many different things that I have coming up. So here is on June 4th, which is Tuesday coming up. I have a young man that's coming on the show, and he is could partner in with a woman of God, beautiful soul. She's going up to be our judge here in Hamilton County, and he now works hand in hand with her as she's a lawyer, and so he's in the lawyer field. He just graduated high school like literally last year, and now he's going into the field with a lawyer. So now he's connecting hand in hand with her as he's accompanying her while she's going up to be judge in this season. So he'll be on Tuesday. So I want to hear this young man talk, okay? And then next we have coming up on the 9th of June, we have a beautiful woman of God, prophetess Simpson. I don't want to pronounce her first name because I may pronounce it wrong, but it's Talia Lee. And she's doing some wonderful things as well. She's a publisher. She's a licensed Christian wedding officiant and deacon and minister. And the ministry have 3 children. Just a beautiful woman of God. She's an author. And she's going to be on June 9th. And y'all know when we come on New Being Queen Talk Show, it's different from, the normal interviews. We have fun. We talk. We laugh. We be transparent. We be open and honest. We just do all sorts of things on New Being Queen Talk Show so that people can just be free to just express themselves. And most of the time, they just really ministering. They're really just saying some things that you like to hear or need to hear at the same time, telling you more about themselves. So if you have any services that if they have anything that they can offer you, you can also go to them and you can see them in their true form. Okay. And that's what I love about New Being Queen Talk Show. And I am going to be on a platform with a beautiful woman of God. I Am My Sister's Keeper by Queen Lady Letitia Wells. And I'm going to be on her show on June 15th at 8 o'clock p.m. I'm trying to see if I can see June 15th at 8 o'clock p.m. And then also, I'm going to be on Let's Go Higher in the Lord on July 17th. I'm so excited about that. Y'all, we can do these platforms all day long. But I'm telling you, I'll be nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll be nervous. I know how these kings feel when they come on the show. Because it's like, am I going to deliver what God has given me to share? Am I going to say the right stuff? And then they come here, they start ministering and all that good stuff. And I just be excited about it. And I love for people to come on the show so they can talk about what God has given them. Because on New Being Queen Talk Show, we talk about our journey, we tell our story, we just be transparent, we be just honest about what we're doing, we just talk about things that we're doing in life, and we talk about how do we get to where we are today so people know more about us. So if you ever want to get on New Being Queen Talk Show, message me or email me. Better yet, just email me at newbeingqueenmove@gmail.com. That's NEWBEING queenmove@gmail.com. I'm trying to talk into my king come back because he got us a nice little poem that he is going to be presenting to us. So he's made it back. Y'all, we getting ready to get our poem from our king. King, you ready to spit out this poem to us on tonight? Woo woo. Y'all know how y'all do like a little snap of the fingers. That's what we're going to, well, I'll do it myself because y'all kings probably don't know how to do it. But I'm hopping. So King, tell us, let me hear your poem that you have for us on tonight.
The beginning of the end is very near. The day that the enemy fear, and my children will cheer. All your cares will disappear. I'm releasing all things I've been holding dear. This is a great time in history to rejoice for all the ones who made the right choice. Mm-hmm. This will be a time when eyes will get moist because they follow my ways and obey my voice. Stay upright, my children. Rise and stand. Share your testimony that your God is greater than man. Tell all people with one wave of my hand that I gave you riches and increased your land. Don't be silent when blessing comes through. You continue to exalt me and I'll increase my favor to you. My children are loud with their problems and silent with their praise. They won't promote my goodness. They promote the world's evil ways. Why would anyone want to come to know me if you don't promote how good I've been to thee? You can brag on me so the lost can see how great I am and change their views of me. They believe a life with me is a life of lack. They believe you give to me and get nothing back. What they get from this world can never compare to your Father who's always there.
Oh my goodness. I was almost stuck. I was almost like couldn't hardly move. So I'm gonna go back to some of these comments because they were cheering you on. They were ready for you to come through with this. They were ready for you to come. They were cheering you on. Okay, I love it, Buffett. Yes, yes, and yes. I need a book cover, Prophet Cedric by Lady E Natural. Say you period. She said, I need a book cover, Prophet. This is why you do what you do, because you just never know. So make sure you go back. Y'all need to make sure y'all come back in these comments and see who may have looked at the video and may have a sale or a deal for you. So you never know. See there? Never know what someone may need, what services you have to offer that someone would need. So what a blessing. So y'all make sure y'all go back to the comments. Y'all like the comments. Y'all comment on their questions and things like that if you want to. Great job tonight, Kings. Y'all did a great job by Queen Ernestine. King Gerard, you was about to say something before we close out?
Oh, I was just saying thank you for everybody supporting us. And being out and asking those questions. I mean, hey, listen, you was brave enough to ask the questions, on live TV. You know what I mean? So I appreciate the support. And yes, I had fun tonight, y'all. I had fun.
Yes. Anything else y'all want to say before we close out? Any encouraging words? Anything that y'all would say to any of the queens on tonight?
Yes, I saw a comment, so I want to say that yes, Gospel God Global Ministry is not only on Clubhouse, it's on YouTube as well. So you'll definitely, if you go on YouTube, you'll find tons of sermons that's on there. So there's a whole buffet of things, of sermons that I've taught all on YouTube. So definitely go under there, follow, subscribe, and you'll get a lot of food to eat. I can guarantee you that. But as far as what I want to say to my queens is that first, understand who you are. Understand that you are the flower and you're not the bee. You're the treasure and not the pirate. You're the prey. You're not the predator. So once you get into into your place of understanding that you're the one to be seeked, not the one doing the seeking. He'll find you and he'll recognize you and he'll identify you as his wife.
So I don't need to change my voice so my husband can recognize my you said you your wife voice. I'm like, wait a minute now. Okay, that is beautiful. Thank you for that. Can you always just bring it? Your poems are so beautiful. Thank you for that. Thank you. Needed that. Prophet, you have anything you want to say?
No, not too much to say. I just want to say, as the pastor said, get to know who you really are. Get to know that you are worth it and that you deserve the best marriage that God is willing to give to you. He honors marriage, and so He wants you to experience the blessing in marriage. So that's very important. And so that's pretty much all I have to say. And like I said the other night, get to know who you really are in the Lord. And so that will really prepare yourself for marriage. And not only that, but for the man that God have for you will be able to see that fruit. He would be able to see that fruit, and he would be able to see it expand as well. So, yeah.
Amen. Amen.
King Gerard.
Well, I'm gonna have to do it like I do everywhere else. I'm always talking about faith right now. Listen. Please do that. Okay. Literally listen. I am literally saying listen. If you saying you want to walk and you want to gain more faith, start by listening. The number one thing, if you're listening, then that means you're following instructions. So that means if you're listening in through your ears, which communication is listening, you're going to end up doing an action behind it. So if he says stop, no, sit still, you're going to stop. Don't do anything and sit still. And I'm saying that from experience. So when you're walking in your faith, just listen. If he will tell you, if you're consulting, if you're praying, if it's a sign you're looking for, he's going to come to you. Yes or no answer. He's going to let you know. So when you listen, follow your instructions. practice listening, practice walking in your faith, and continue to do that. It will help your growth. And that's what I'm leaving you with.
Amen. Beautiful. I love you, Kings. I thank you all so much.
Love you too. Love you too.
Queen Shanks, I love you, girl. Love you, Queen. I hear her in the background. I want her to come on, but we still trying to be professional. I can hear her in the background. So, Queen, thank you so much for lending your husband to us on tonight. He did a wonderful job. We definitely enjoyed him. And King Prophet, you keep doing what you are doing, man of God, and you keep keep prophesying, ministering, and you're gonna find that queen. You're gonna hear her voice, just like King said. He recognized her voice. The way, okay, I mean, and you talk about here, so that's gonna be a beautiful. Y'all make sure y'all let me know, Kings. Y'all single Kings. Y'all get married. Give me an invitation and see if I can come to the wedding, okay? I love it. I've been crying like,
you definitely cried it.
Yes, I'm a crybaby. I'm a big old crybaby. I'll be up there crying and everything.
And then I see a post on Facebook to a wedding I was invited to. Don't be posting stuff that I was invited to, sir.
Oh, Pastor, I told you. Hey, when I become interested so bad, I'm calling you. I'm gonna be like, Pastor.
When it's time for that marriage counseling and all that stuff, ask the question.
I'm calling you.
I got married.
And you're gonna meet, like, she's gonna meet everybody in the family to get approval. And then last but not least, we're gonna take you to Pastor Shanks. Like, Pastor, bruh, hey, Pastor, where are you at? Because I want you to help me out. Look at it. Does she look like the one? Does she sound like the one? Talk to her, ask the questions. Because I don't know what to ask. So that's good. So King Gerard, you keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you're the younger one out of the bunch, and you did such an awesome job on tonight. You keep pushing. You're my cousin, but you're that hustler. You're that go-getter. I love what you're doing. You keep it up. And I want to tell you all thank you for everything that y'all have done on tonight. Y'all have been a whole blessing to me. Y'all make sure for Kings and Queens that y'all go and message them. Y'all go and look them up on their Facebook page. Look at what they're doing. Ask questions. Get their websites, whatever it is that you need from them, so you can get the services they have to offer on tonight. All right, that is it. We're gonna make sure that we got some queens coming up. I got to figure out what date I'm gonna get them out. So y'all, just like these queens is on here supporting, y'all kings got to bring some other kings to be a support to these queens. Because these queens gonna come forth, the single queens, and I may even have me a queen that's gonna have a twist on it. Okay, so y'all keep looking forward to Big Queen Talk Show. Okay, we got some guests coming up this week. Okay, and we're gonna have some queens coming up. And I have a guest that I'm gonna bring on. He's a king. He just recently married, and his name is Apostle Mike Ebron Jr. Y'all listen, he gonna come. He gonna talk about before marriage. Like the things you do to prepare before you get married. I mean, I ain't gonna tell y'all everything, but that's what I have coming up with him. I'm excited about that one. So y'all look forward to that king coming on and ministering to us about the things that he did to prepare for marriage.
Come on.
That is it. I love you all. I'm going to go ahead and remove you all. We're going to make sure we get our commercial back in. And for those who have commercials, y'all make sure that y'all come in on these commercials. And if y'all want to do a commercial on Nubian Queen Talk Show, it's only $25 to do your commercial. And I'm going to get y'all commercials out there. Okay. Especially if y'all have any upcoming events, things of ministry, business, y'all share your commercial with me on Nubian Queen Talk Show. I love you all. Take care. Peace and blessings.
Fervently Creations is proud to introduce the Renewed Mind in Christ Conference, a 3-day event focusing on marketplace ministry, mental health awareness, mindset shifts, and deliverance. Join us Friday, June 21st through Sunday, June 23rd for an immersive experience. Secure your seats now for this transformative gathering.
Hi, I'm Prophetess Dr. Tish here. Make sure you get your tickets for the Renewed Mind in Christ, June 21st, June 23rd at ferventlyevents.com. Ensure that you use promotional code WEUP50. That's right, WEUP50 to get $50 off your ticket price by May 4th. See you soon.
Greetings and welcome to Nubian Queen Talk Show. I am your host, Queen Yolanda Mitchell, and I am thrilled to announce a fantastic opportunity for you to advertise on our program. You can choose either a commercial lasting no longer than a minute or a voiceover in a flyer. Numerous advertisement options are available, and we encourage you to reach out to us via email at nubianqueenmove@gmail.com. That is Nubian, NEWBEING, queenmove@gmail.com. For more information, please Take notes of our email address at nubianqueenmove@gmail.com, and we will send you information as soon as possible. We offer you the opportunity to promote your business, upcoming event, ministry, birthday shout out, anniversary appreciation shout out, or any other message you like to get out there. We are excited to work with you